I always imagined being a cop was like running around, taking down criminals, taking down drug deals, feeling like a bit of a badass. But it's kind of actually more like this.
No. Oh, you got a runner.
Yeah, that's brilliant. There are 26 trophies in total on Police Simulator Patrol Officers. First up though, we had to create our character, or not actually create a character, we had to pick between 4 options, so that's exhilarating.
Oh, hey. He looks like he's on weed. He's high. Ooh, oh man. Oh god.
And yeah, not even 2 seconds into the game we managed to get our first trophy for basically starting our first shift.
Oh, wow.
And then it was time to learn the ins and outs of being a police officer, of serving the country, of being a badass, and that started with tending to people who were littering.
Show me your ID, please.
Sure. Here you go, officer.
I'll let you go with just a verbal warning for this one.
Many thanks, officer.
Some pretty intense stuff right there. But I know I had to start from the bottom and prove my worth, so I went around tending to some parking tickets, as you do as a police officer. This is Police Simulator. And after that was done, I saved some guy from jumping off a bridge, so we're saving lives already. Things are going well. And then literally not too long after that, we had to deal with our first fleeing criminal, and we weren't having any of it. You don't flee from the law.
Is alcohol illegal? I don't think so.
Leave me alone!
It's fleeing.
Now hold on to your chairs. I know we're only like 2 minutes into this video, but things get very, very intense. And you're about to see why with this incredible chase sequence, so prepare.
Stop! Put your hands up!
It's not easy being a police officer. Is everyone okay? You're okay? You're okay? Everyone's okay? Very intense.
Alright, we're gonna try this again. He has a cucumber and a switchblade. He did.
I have to arrest you for trying to escape from a law enforcement officer.
You're a terrible cop.
You would say that.
And there we had it. Our first arrest of many. We were getting the job done, feeling good.
Oh great, yeah, brilliant. Oh yeah. Oh, saw that.
Your ID, please?
And seeing as there was a trophy to arrest a total of 50 criminals, it was good that we were getting a good start on this pretty early on in our first shift.
I've got a feeling.
I ain't done nothing.
Yeah, that's unlucky, mate.
Do not move! Do you understand?
Middle of the road. That's what happens. Yep, just saw that, bro. That's unlucky for you.
And that's what we did on our first shift. Just enjoyed the scenery, got a hang of the controls, wrote up some parking tickets, took down some criminals. I was doing my job, and I was doing it well. And as a reward, we actually came across a trophy, Record Checker, and that was for justifiably towing a
I've
vehicle.
got a car here that needs towing. Can you send a record to my location?
Your shift is over, officer.
On my way.
And that was our first shift on the job complete. We did pretty well. We unlocked a radar gun, which is going to be very useful later on for trophies. Talking of trophies, we actually got one as well called a star on the rise, and that was for getting one of the 30 stars just by playing the game. And then very quickly after that, we got the trophy Welcome to Bow, whatever that is, place. And that was for going to the second location on the game. And then the plan was to just continue doing shifts, unlocking all the areas, and just learning the mechanics of the game.
I have to arrest you for carrying a switchblade with you.
Please don't do that.
It's already done.
Oh no.
Stop! I don't want to shoot you!
Please, no.
Well, I'll cry about it now.
As a patrol officer, you're never really off duty.
Ain't that the truth, fellow officers? And that was shift number 2 done. Whew. We unlocked the photo camera, which again is going to come in handy later on. And then another trophy, Welcome to Chester, for going to the third area of the game.
Welcome to Chester.
And Chester is where car wrecks were introduced, and you're going to be seeing a lot a lot of car wrecks.
What's happened here then?
I've arrived at the scene. Can you describe what you saw?
I'm shocked, officer. I have no idea what happened.
Yeah.
Now at car wreck you can arrest criminals if they've been drunk driving. Very naughty. Don't do that. And we need to be keeping an eye on that, as there is a gold trophy to arrest 40 people who had been drunk driving. And shocker, this person had been doing exactly that, and we got a trophy for doing it, saying don't do drugs, even though she wasn't doing drugs, she was drinking, but it's fine.
Don't
Please,
do
step onto the
drugs,
side.
man.
Please, don't do that.
Get out of my sight, man. Oh, what we got here? Pretty cool.
And for completing our third shift, we were able to get a patrol car, and alongside that, another trophy.
Manage and clear traffic caused by your own patrol car. Right. I have unlocked a car.
And then naturally, another trophy for going to the fourth area of the game.
Midday, but it's 4 PM. Okay.
And we had a patrol car now, so we were even feeling even more like a badass. With these incredible driving mechanics that puts Grand Theft Auto to shame.
Pull over.
We can now pull over criminals and arrest them on the road.
Yes, I'm really in a hurry. I'm very sorry.
Don't care.
You're ruining my day.
I've ruined the day. Get out. No. Oh, you got a runner.
I got my car pimped, officer.
Pimp is being cheeky.
You're ruining my day.
Well,
And that's basically how this shift went, was driving everywhere, getting some intense chases, as you guys have witnessed, of course. But then something unexpected happened, and be warned, this is not for the faint of heart.
I have a vehicle that needs towing. Can you send a tow truck to my current location, please?
oh, Jesus.
The tow truck will be at your location.
Yeah, you get me. I think you've actually just... I thought you noticed someone. You're done, mate.
Sure.
Unacceptable behaviour. Get out of my sight.
We're finished here. You're free to go.
Truly a horrific sight. But I called this guy an ambulance because I'm just a good cop, of course. And we needed to do that 30 times for a trophy as well. But for doing it the first time, we got the trophy First Aid.
Okay. Let me see what I can do. Can you hear me? It hurts. Let me stand up. I'll come with you.
Faking it. He's on his phone. Oh. Yeah, there you go.
And that was yet another incredible shift done, and it was on to the fifth and final area, which gave us the gold trophy. Welcome to Alcombe. And I was fully feeling like a police officer at this point, so I got to pulling people over.
Hey! Pull over to the side of the road.
I got to fining criminals for jaywalking.
A location that's easy to reach. It'll take some time, but we'll take care of it in the next 24 hours.
I'm writing you a ticket for jaywalking.
Patrolling the streets of Alcombe, making sure no wrongdoing was being done. Look at my incredible driving skills here. Okay, maybe I'm not that good of a driver, but it's okay because we did get a trophy, a good eye for taking a photo of the accident. The accident that I caused, admittedly, but still. And I don't know what was going on with this town, but more and more accidents were starting to become a thing. And that was fine each time because then I was able to photograph the crime scene and up the amount of photographs that I was taking for future trophies, and then check if any of them were drunk as well for more trophies. Oh, that was like 3 crashes in one. Hopefully there's not... Oh, okay. Never mind.
You've committed a DUI. You're being arrested.
No, don't.
And guys, because of all these accidents that were just happening around town, I was able to get the trophy Mr. Evidence, and that's for photographing 50 individual pieces of evidence. And not too long after that was the gold trophy Real Paparazzi for photographing 120 individual pieces of evidence. And obviously I'm a good cop, so I made sure to tow all the cars from all these accidents that were happening, and I was able to get the trophy Elite Hauler for doing this 30 times. Now you're probably looking at this weapon thing that I have in my hand here and going, Joe, why are you trying to shoot drivers? No. That's a radar gun. And this radar gun is able to check if anyone's driving over the speed limit. Very important that they don't be doing that, of course. And if they are, I have to report them to the law. And honestly, I couldn't care less if they're speeding, to be honest, but I do need to do it for a trophy, so I was just making sure to start doing this earlier on so I didn't have to worry about it later. And I did get the trophy Drive Safe for reporting 10 speeders. Now, I had to do this in total 100 times. I was not about to sit there just grinding it out right now. And then it was back to arresting people, but this accident in particular had 3 culprits involved. This town is actually unhinged.
I have to arrest you for driving under the influence of narcotics.
Drugs as well.
You're being arrested for driving under the influence of narcotics.
Yeah. Everyone's on drugs.
You've committed a violation by driving under the influence of narcotics.
And while these lot might have been drunk driving and murdering people, they actually did me a favour because they got me the trophy An Impressive Cop, and that was for arresting 3 people in a single shift. And to top that shift off, we got a gold trophy for towing a total of 30 cars.
I have a vehicle here for towing. I've arrived at the scene of the accident. I have a person who's been injured. I have to arrest you for driving under the influence of narcotics.
You're a terrible cop.
Yeah, sure, mate.
Look at all these people looking miserable on the floor. Don't worry about it, guys. I'll call you an ambulance, and for that I will get the trophy. Call me ambulance. Is that even English? Call me ambulance. And that's for calling an ambulance 20 times. And then it was time to wrap up the speeding trophy. So I stood on a bridge and just made sure no one was speeding. I was upholding the law. And this went on for probably around an hour and a half to 2 hours of me just stood at random locations, making sure everyone was under the speed limit, but also kind of hoping they were over the speed limit so I could get the trophy done. And eventually I got the trophy Flash and Furious, and that was for justifiably reporting 40 speeders. And then not too long after that was It's Not a Race, and that was for reporting 100 speeders, which took far too long. And then it was on to our next part of criminal scum, graffiti artists.
While someone's actually fleeing.
Stop! Put your hands up! The reason why you're under arrest is because you
Under
fled
arrest
from a
for
law
my
enforcement
haircut.
officer.
You're a terrible cop.
No, I'm not criminal scum. I'm a remarkable cop, and the game even agrees with me and gave me a silver trophy for arresting 30 criminals. The next few shifts were long and grueling. It was arrest after arrest after arrest. However, I did come across someone who was doing graffiti and didn't actually seem to care that I was there, which I kind of respect actually. I do fully respect that. However, this woman did have an open warrant on her after looking at my police computer.
You're being arrested for having an open warrant.
You're a terrible cop.
And for that, unfortunately, she did have to be arrested and I had to escort her to the police van. However, my partner parked about 50 blocks away, so we had to walk some miles to get this trophy.
Oh my god, do I actually have to wait for it to go?
This is literally on 500 times speed. Look where he parked. Look. Why? Why are you over there? I don't know. The only saving grace of this moment in my life was just knowing that there was a trophy waiting on the other end. And eventually we got there.
Way to secure a lot of players.
So yeah, as you can see, the town had no shortage of its car accidents, which was fine because I was able to call in more ambulances for these NPCs. Wiggly worms, I'm going to call them.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, but I feel dizzy.
And while tending to this accident, it was because of another drunk driver, of course, so I just did the usual, arrest him, send him in the slammer. The benefit of him being under the influence and being arrested, alongside this woman, was that I got the trophy. Don't ever drink and drive. Don't ever drink and drive. And while walking away from that godforsaken car accident, we got the trophy Citizen's Hero, and that was for arresting 50 criminals. Justice is done. I knew that retirement was just around the corner, so I took a stroll through the park, enjoyed the sun, the air, and waiting for me on the other side was some other peasants that had fallen over because of another car accident. So I made sure to call an ambulance for them, and for doing so I got the final trophy of the game, saving lives for calling an ambulance for 30 different people. And then alongside that was the Platinum Trophy, simply called Platinum. Fair enough. All that was left was to retire. We'd got the platinum, so we needed to retire, of course, and I thought, there's only one way a police officer knows how to retire.
Equip gun. You two shouldn't be on your phone in the police. Oh.
No!
Stop!
Don't kill me, officer!
Okay, well.
So now that that was done, that was it. There was nothing else. That's my first simulator game I've ever played. Will it be the last? Maybe. Probably not. There's some other simulator games I might like to try out, but that is Police Simulator. I'm not even going to... How do I rate this game? There's no story, but either way, that is another platinum under the belt. Thank you for watching, guys. Do leave a like if you enjoyed, as it does really help, and leave a comment down below about anything. Leave a comment about literally anything. It could be about the video. It could be about anything else. I'll read it. And I'll see you next time for whatever platinum trophy that might be. Until then, take care. Peace.